Okay. Okay.
Ready?
Characters! Alright.
Welcome back, everybody, to... I almost said the Tudor Ramble podcast.
That's us. I'm Richard.
Welcome back, everybody, to... Oh, sorry. I think you're stupid, and I think it's the best book I've ever written.
I'm gonna hate you if you actually believe that.
Welcome back, everybody, to Loud Library. I'm Jacob.
I'm Dantes.
Today, what are we doing?
We are doing our top 10 characters of the science fiction and fantasy genre milieu. We are going to be talking... I have mine actually in order, pretty much, of like my favorite to least favorite and all that stuff.
I do, too. I mean...
it's kind of like... It's very fluid.
On a given day.
Yeah, it changes and everything. I have 2 honorable mentions, but yeah, it's top 10. I'm pretty excited about it. You already told me that I'm going to be angry with some of your characters.
I think a lot of people are going to be angry with my list.
I think...
I don't know why I am the way that I am.
I could see some of them in some of the books that are behind us. By the way, new shelves! And yeah, you want to start it off with honorable mentions?
I don't have honorable mentions.
Oh, okay, perfect. I'm going to talk about 2. And the only reason why I wanted to mention 2 honorable mentions is because one of them is a fucking character assassination that happened in the last book that came out of it. And he was part of my list and then dropped out. Let's go with the second honorable mention, which is Kunigaru from Dandelion Dynasty. I like him a lot. He's a very complex character. He's very, like, he's not a perfect man. He makes a lot of mistakes, but his vision and what he strives for is really, like, what kind of, like, connects me with the character. And just everything is kind of, like, based off of that. He's a very good man. He's not a great man, but, like, he tries. And even though he fucks up, he continues to do better. And, yeah, I really enjoyed him. And, yeah, read Dandelion Dynasty. Cool. I know the first one is kind of hit or miss with some people, but the next 3 are good for me.
I'm trying to get to it soon.
I like it a lot. I like the entire thing. And even though the first one reads more like a history, like a narrative history, it put me in this world.
Cool. And
then the second one, the first one of my honorable mention is Dalinar Kholin. And he was one of my top fantasy characters or top SFF characters ever. But because of Wind and Truth, and I feel like there's a character assassination going on in there, it just dropped it out for me. Like,
what do you think changed?
I think he was just like...
Because I think he was kind of the same way the whole time. I think people just were giving him a pass for reasons.
I don't think so. I think like there's a shift that kind of happens there's a lot of shifts that happen in Wind and Truth that just didn't like vibe with me. And he's very steadfast and everything in the previous ones, and he's always trying to do better. But like in this one, he felt very passive, and he felt very like... I don't know. I didn't quite like where he ended up. But yeah, that's Stormlight.
That's fair.
He's in Stormlight Archive. He's one of the main people of the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. Read it, even though the last 2 books are whatever. But yeah, those are my top 2 honorable mentions. And you want to start off with yours? Your number 10. You want to do from least to best?
Yeah.
Perfect. So your number 10.
Immediately making a ton of people mad because this is the only Cosmere character on this list is Vivenna.
Oh, yeah! Cool.
I know, okay, you say that, I think a lot of people hate this character.
I like her. I know, I think a lot of people hate Lightsong.
I think she is great. I think she has one of the best arcs in the whole Cosmere.
Okay.
She is wrong and flawed in very believable ways. She grows and gets more competent without being a exceptional superhuman. Mm-hmm. I like the way that her character plays with her sister.
Okay.
I don't want to say the name because of your iPad.
Oh, okay, yeah. But it's that.
Yeah.
That person sounds very similar to the AI.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it sounds exactly similar to the AI.
I mean, you could make it French.
I like the way that those 2 characters kind of play together in that Vivenna is very kind of stuck in her ways that she thinks she is the best person for the job because she was taught for it. For sure. But the sister character handles the job probably much better than Vivenna probably ever could have.
Yeah.
And I like that Vivenna suffers, but she doesn't like instantly become better. Mm-hmm. She's not like, oh, I was wrong. Now I see the error of my ways and I immediately change. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she messes up and she gets bitter about it, mm-hmm. and she lashes out and she like makes mistakes that make things worse. Before they get better.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, she's a very believable character, and her journey is very unique, and I enjoy her a lot too.
Yeah, I think the best character that Sanderson.
Well, it's your only Cosmere character, so yeah. My number 10 is Durfo Cadarn, or Cadarn. He is the main POV that you get from the Warlord Chronicles, Winter King, Excalibur, and Enemy of God, or Enemy of God and Excalibur. I really connected with this character. He's a man that's striving to do what's best for his family and everything, and his like the love and everything that he shares, and like the ambition. He's not a perfect guy because obviously like one of his storylines kind of like changes a good like the direction of the story in the Warlord Chronicles, but he stays true to himself, and he wants the best for his family, and he's a very strong individual, and I enjoyed him for that, and that's my number 10, Durfo Cadarn. Your number 9.
My number 9 is Piranesi from Piranesi.
Oh, cool.
I think this was a super unique and kind of like fresh character perspective. Mm-hmm. And just the book takes place in a very like kind of inhuman type of place. Mm-hmm. And just the humanity you get out of the character of Piranesi, I think, is very beautiful. And just this perspective of just like observation and kind of like innocent wonder, mm-hmm. I think is fantastic and fits that book like just so perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, if you haven't read Piranesi, like, please go ahead.
Yeah, read it.
It's great. Very short and very like pivotal. My next character is Harrow Nona Jesimus. She is from...
One more time?
Harrow Nona Jesimus. She is from the Locked Tomb series, which is Gideon the Ninth, Harold the Ninth, Nona the Ninth. In the first book, she is a little shit. And I really like her a lot. And afterwards, in the next subsequent 2 books, I really connect with that character. She's a very damaged, very like broken individual, and she's very tsundere, like hard exterior and like soft center, and I just really connected with her. I thought she was a really great character. She's obviously a very strong character, very damaged and very broken, but I in spite of that, she still is kind of like very obstinate and pushes forward with herself, and she's just a very strong character. I like a lot of strong characters, just like not physically strong, but at least like strong of will. But yeah,
I like fucked up little gremlins.
Apparently, that's my number 9. Your number 8.
My number 8 is Siona Freinen from Blood Over Brighthaven.
Yeah, right here. I was looking at that one.
Another thing that is going to make people angry because no Sword of Kagan characters are on here.
Yeah, none of mine either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think Siona is great. She has this kind of around the midpoint in the story. She gets this like inner conflict that's brought out, and it frames her in the early story and everything going forward as very like morally questionable. Mm-hmm. And I think it makes her feel very real with these very real kind of like human contradictions. But despite her kind of like questioning things, I felt like she always had very clear motivations and very good agency within the story. Mm-hmm. That just gets deepened when she starts questioning her morals and whatnot.
Completely agree. Yeah.
So just a very layered, kind of like dynamic
complex
character.
Yeah,
that and one that I felt tied into the themes of the book like perfectly.
Yeah. I do like her character a lot, and I know people are gonna hate on us just for not having the like one sort of kind of character.
Yeah, okay. Those are better.
But yeah, these are better characters. I like that character a lot too. But my number 8.
8? Yeah, number 8. Yeah.
My number 8 is Make Wen from the Greenbone Saga, which Greenbone Saga is Jade City, Jade War, and Jade Legacy.
Is this character in the first one?
Yes.
I don't remember.
She has a different name because she's not married.
Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah, she's Make Wen, and then she becomes something Wen afterwards, but she is the girlfriend of Hilo.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or fiance of Hilo. She is a Green Eye, and I like her a lot. I think what sold me on this character, and me liking her a lot, is the fact what she would do, even though she's not. I forgot what the term is in Green Bull. She's not touched. She's not able to like use the jade like how the other people can, and what kind of sold me on this character is the fact that she, even though she's not part of these like superhero or like this mafia group, she is willing to do everything that she can for the people that she loves, and it makes her that much stronger, in my opinion, as just a character herself. Like, she's not able to do all these crazy, impossible things that everyone else can, but she's able to do the most that she can within her limits, and I find her very compelling. I find, especially at the end of this, the Jade City, throughout Jade War, and like the tragedy, or like kind of like her picking herself back up in Jade Legacy, was just I really loved it. And her relationship with Hilo and the rest of her family is very complex, and I really appreciated her. And again, I really like a strong female character that just kind of like helps keep everyone kind of like grounded and centered. So
she's also okay with being called Kitten, so she should be disqualified from your list.
Oh, I mean, hey, if she's okay with, as long as no one's saying it to her without her permission, that's fine. That's my number 8. Your number 7.
My number 7 is Tanar from the Earthsea cycle.
Yes.
Or saga? I don't remember what it's called.
Tanar.
I think it's cycle. Tanar is a character that's introduced in the second book and is in all of them.
What's her
going forward?
What's her name?
In the second one.
She's not in the third one. She's not in the Farthest Shore.
I think she is briefly.
Oh.
I think. I don't. I might not be.
I think after because I think it's very focused on, because I don't think
it's focused on Ged and the kid. Yeah. But I thought they meet her briefly, but I might be misremembering. I don't want to say too much because
she's great.
Because the character because a lot of the stuff that happens to the character is.
It helps shape who
the plot of certain other characters and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, so she's a character with a very interesting interiority that contrasts a lot with her exteriority, with her like circumstances and what's around her.
Yes.
And she goes from this character that's very defined by expectations, like so much so that like she doesn't even question certain things, to this character that is super independent, fiercely independent, that grows in such a realistic way about it. And it's growth that you get to see like across these books, which is, I think, incredible. And yeah, she is my favorite character from Earthsea.
Really? Okay, cool. Awesome.
I mean, there are a a lot of great characters from Earthsea.
More than Tahanu?
Yeah, more than Tahanu. Tahanu I love because I think Tahanu's so cute.
Yeah.
But Tahanu, I think Tanar is a better fleshed out character.
Yes, I agree.
So what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Master Kilvin from the King Killer Chronicles. This is Name of the Wind and the Wise Man's Fear. I grew up not knowing really my father. Like, my parents divorced early and all that stuff. And Master Kilvin gives me that uncle vibe, like Uncle Phil vibe. I like a good uncle type character.
Okay.
And
like Burrich.
No, he's a terrible uncle. He beats his.
Oh, sorry. Like Chade.
Even worse.
Like Verity.
Can you please stop? Like all those 3 characters, if they show up on your list, I'm gonna be flipping out. So back to Master Kelvin. Master Kelvin, like, he feels like a very strong, very like strict type of man, uncle figure towards Kvothe and all of the students. But I guess you're only hearing it from Kvothe's story. But yeah, he feels like a very strong, strict kind of guy. But he's also very fair, and I think that's something that's very good and something that Kvothe needed. And I just enjoy him a lot. And he's not overly strict. He feels very, like, he feels very like someone that you could turn to, even though it's not something you might want to, but he's gonna give you like that life lesson that like you need to hear rather than you want to. And I enjoy him for that. Again, he's a very cool character. I like his magic that he uses in that world, or like the focus that he uses, and he just seems very knowledgeable, and he's not afraid to like give credit where credit's due, and he's very upfront with like any mistakes, or like he's just a very cool character and very, very solid character for me, and I like Master Kelvin. So that's my number 7. Your number 6.
Yeah, my number 6 is Maya Drazar from the Goblin Emperor.
Yes.
I think a lot of people who we know personally are going to be surprised to see Maya this low.
Yeah, that's pretty low.
I do love
and
Maya.
I'm going to be upset because I can only imagine what's going to happen after this.
Yeah. Maya is like kind of the pinnacle of a good, kind character in my mind. And I think the Catherine Addison does such a great job of using Maya in the book to show that being good and kind does not equal being ignorant and naive.
Yes.
And I love that I feel like makes him very like relatable and admirable to a lot of I mean, I feel like it should make it relatable to like everybody. I think everybody knows that like being a good, kind person doesn't make you ignorant.
And it's such a sharp contrast to the world, too.
Yes, and I think it's something that isn't shown enough in books, especially fantasy books. And the fact that he's not this dramatic character, he's not like over the top and sensational. He feels normal, like he feels like a person you could just like walk into a room and have and talk to.
1,000%, yeah.
And I love he's like the moral center of the story,
and he makes his mistakes and everything.
Yeah,
too, so.
Yes, he makes mistakes. He has this kind of like relatable, not vulnerability, but like doubts about himself.
Yeah,
and yeah, I just love him so much.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, it's funny that you have him at number 6 because my number 6 is Thera Kelleher.
Oh, okay.
Thera Kelleher is also in The Goblin Emperor. He is the witness for the dead, but he is the main protagonist of the spin-off series, which is
Cemeteries of Amalo.
Yes, Cemeteries of Amalo, starting with Witness for the Dead, Grief of Stone, or Stone of Grief, and
Tomb of
Dragons. Yes.
Kelleher is a very interesting character because he is like this half priest, half detective.
Yes.
And it creates this very interesting, fun character to follow.
Yeah, and I like, I don't have Maya on my list. I was thinking between Maya or Thera, and I kind of, maybe because I have more books of Thera, but I like Thera a lot more, and he's a very damaged and hurt individual, and even despite all that, he still strives forward, he still continues forward, and he still like marches forward through what he believes or what he knows to be true or right, and that's such an admirable quality for him, and he's also, I don't want to say he's like looking for love, but like he's very reluctant to find love, and even then and not even love, but it's like friendship and like appreciation or self-worth.
He feels like he's
very hard on himself.
Yes, he feels like he's like a burden to other people. Like he thinks other people don't want to be around him.
Yeah, and there's constantly this ongoing or continuous like theme in the books of like these people try to show how much Thera means to them, and it's very nice. And like I remember there's like little lines throughout this thing of just like, but I missed him, or I loved him, or like why couldn't I find love? Kind of like throughout, like it's sprinkled in throughout the series, and it endears me to him so much, and I just find him a very compelling character because of that. Like even though he feels like so damaged, even though he's so hard on himself, even though he's kind of like a sad boy, he still strives for what he knows to be right, or like tries to do the best he can for the people around him. And yeah, I appreciate Thera Kelleher a lot for that, and that's my number 6. You're number 5. Okay, let me just.
We're in the good place now.
No, this is this is the bad place.
My number 5 is Lady Patience from Realm of the Elderlings.
That's okay with me. I'm okay with that. Lady Patience is a good character.
Patience is a phenomenal character.
Yes.
Patience is the kind of like stepmother to Fitz Chivalry.
Yes.
This is page 1, not a spoiler for the books. Fitz Chivalry is the bastard child of a prince, Prince Chivalry, who is married to Patience before he ever finds out that Fitz exists.
Yeah.
But without spoiling things that happen in later books, Patience loves Fitz like her own kid.
Yeah.
And it's very sweet and endearing to see. And Fitz does not get it for a long time. Fitz does not get how important that he is to this woman for too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Patience.
And you can see it in every like interaction that they have. Fitz being a little shit and like not realizing how much he means to her.
Fitz is always a little shit.
Fitz is always a little shit, especially in the earlier books, still in the later books.
Yeah. There's no growth there. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean there is a little, but yeah, he is always kind of a little shit. He's always kind of the way that he is. Mm-hmm. He does change a little bit.
I agree.
I love Patience. Patience is such a cool character. She's not like a focus of the books, but she does really cool stuff like in the background, especially in book 3, book 2 and 3 ish.
Yeah.
Mostly book 3.
I think 2.
Mostly book 3.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah, book 2 and 3, but I think mostly 3. I might be getting my timeline off a little bit. But yeah, I don't want to say too much to avoid spoilers, but yeah, I love Patience. If you read Realm of the Elderlings, especially the first trilogy, you will see how incredible of a character Patience is for being a supporting cast character.
It's very touching, like her kind of like love and devotion for Fitz, and like kind of her story, and like the feelings that she has towards this bastard, which she should all out be very like, kind of like if you watch the Game of Thrones or like,
she should hate him.
Yeah.
He kind of ruins her life a little bit.
Yeah.
Or maybe not ruins her life is the right word, but he kind of sets it on a different track.
He ruins my life. But yeah, I like Lady Patience. She's a great character. Another strong female mother character for me.
Yes.
My number 5 is Orca Skullsplitter.
Alright.
I know it's such a weird fucking... Her name is Orca. She is one of the POV characters in the Bloodsworn Saga. This is by John Gwynne, which Bloodsworn Saga is Shadow of the Gods, Hunger of the Gods, and Fury of the Gods. Orca is a mom. She's an old, 30s something. She used to be part of this band called the Bloodsworn, and has, for reasons, have left that life. And she is such a strong character. She, like, in the beginning of the story, she goes off, and then she has to go find her child that has been kidnapped. Mm-hmm. And it, like, her love and devotion and the strength that she endures, and just like her savageness in doing whatever she can to find her child is like, it feeds me in a way that like a lot of other characters don't, and I really love her for that. And she's, yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than a strong character, a strong mother character for me, and I really like her a lot. And she's just like, you could say, I don't think she, like, if she, I don't even think she's a flat character. Like, some people have complaints about her, but like, no, like, she, like, I think there's a lot of complexity there, and like, from her past life and to like what she wants from her life moving forward and stuff. And then again, her love and devotion to her child is great. I like Orca a lot, and that's my number 5. Your number 4.
My number 4 is Night Eyes from Realm of the Elderlings.
Okay.
Night Eyes is Fitz's animal companion.
Yeah.
Who has a voice.
Sandy.
To an extent.
Yeah.
Night Eyes is this kind of perfect foil to Fitz.
Yes.
Fitz is a character who kind of refuses help a lot of the time. Wants to do things on his own.
He wants to fuck up.
He doesn't want to get... Yeah, he doesn't want anyone else to get involved in his shit, for better or for worse. Mostly for worse. And Night Eyes is this character who is kind of saying, like you said, we are pack. This character was like, you need other people. Also, Fitz is a character who is sometimes very stuck in the past and sometimes very stuck in the future of worrying about things. And Night Eyes is this grounded character who kind of tries to keep him grounded, of being like, listen, we need to figure out what to do today. The past has happened. You can't change it. There's no use worrying about the future.
We're hungry today.
Because there's stuff, because we're hungry today and we need to do something. So again, the books are long. Can't really say too much without spoiling stuff. Night Eyes is a fantastic character throughout most of the series. And yeah, and he is just, he adds a level of, he adds to Fitz's character in a way that I don't think any other character really does, save maybe one or two. And it is just like the perfect kind of companion to the character of Fitz.
Alright, fine. So far, these two characters,
Night Eyes is over Lady Patience. I will tell you why after we finish filming if you want.
I'm ambivalent to Night Eyes right now. Lady Patience, I'm good with. Anyone else that's on here from that series, I am going to be upset. My number 4 is, and he's my only Malazan character. I only chose one character from Malazan. But if I had to choose, like, it would be him or Tavori.
This character is not from Malazan?
No, he's not.
Okay.
Number 4 is Kruppa from Malazan Book of the Fallen. Kruppa is he's kind of played off as this, like, bumbling, kind of, like self-centered individual. And you quickly find out that he has a lot more, I'm not sure if depth is the right word, but there's a lot more going on behind his exterior, that his, like, this mask that he wears in front of people. Like, he's very like, oh, Kruppa is very happy to see, or like, Kruppa's been very endowed to see, like, all this, like, that's how he talks.
He talks in the third person?
Yes.
Okay.
And every time, and you can hear his voice, especially with he starts narrating some stuff in the later books, and you hear that voice, and I don't know, it brings a smile to my face. And he is such an integral character, and the guy is packing. Apparently, he's like canonically packing.
Okay,
great guy, and he's like a fat, sweaty, like, it's just funny. It's funny that this guy, this like very unassuming, like bumbling moron, it seems like, is such a pivotal character that manipulates things, or at least like is a key player in some of these things going on within within one of the continents of the Malazan world. And yeah, Grappa is great. If best character for me, if not him, then Tavori. But Tavor is very polarizing as well. But she's also like a very solid cold iron like type person. But that's my number 4. Your number 3.
My number 3 is the Fool from Realm of the Elderlings.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
The Fool is basically the like second main character of the books, and is just I'm trying to figure out. They're just such a lovable and hateable character at the same time.
Yeah.
The way that their relationship changes and kind of ebbs and flows, the Fool and Fitz, but they kind of always manage to, like, no matter what's happening, even like when they're super angry at each other and not talking, you can always kind of feel this love and appreciation that they have for each other.
Okay.
And certain things happen in the book that I think deepens their connection in very realistic but interesting ways.
He is an interesting character.
Yes.
For sure.
The Fool also has probably the most interesting kind of like background in the book.
Yeah.
Which gets just expanded more and more throughout the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started Ship of Magic, which I know most of these characters are not in that series.
I don't think any of them are.
But yeah.
I hate the characters in Ship of Magic. I hate the characters in Live Ship
I am not liking any of them. There's maybe one or two, but yeah. That's your number 3.
What did I call... Have you met Malta yet?
Yeah, but like kind of passive.
Okay.
Like I met the other people.
I think in the Ship of Magic book club that we did like a year ago at this point, I think I called her like a human piece of like fecal scum or something.
Perfect.
I can't
wait to read this. Continue reading it. And people say that I'm gonna love this one more.
I do think you're gonna like this one more, and then you should stop.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna continue. That's your number 3. My number 3, and I know a lot of people are gonna like this one, is Rodrigo Belmonte, who is one of the POVs in The Lions of Arasan. Rodrigo, honestly, Rodrigo and his wife, I start with Madeline, Margarita, Maria. One of these.
That one might be right.
Yeah. One of these. Rodrigo is one of the main POVs of Lions of Arasan. He is the Catholic in that. We have the Catholic, we have the Muslim, and we have the Jewish person. He is the, I think, Jadite?
No. Jedites are the Jews.
The Jews? Okay.
I think.
I forgot which one. But, yeah, I mean, Rodrigo is such a good character. He's obviously done a lot in his life. He's very well known. He is this soldier with renown. And there's also this soft side to him. And he has this soft side being mostly his family and the love for his wife. And you see, like, there's this playful, like, relationship that him and his wife have where, like, he's obviously this big, scary, like, not scary, but, like, big, like, imposing soldier type person, and yet he's not terrified of his wife, but like it's a very like Latino thing, like where like the woman's wearing the pants inside the household and everything. And I really like the dynamic between him and his wife. I like the dynamic between him and the other 2 characters in Lions of Arasan. I love that he's not a perfect character because there's things that happen there that you see that he's like he might slip up, but he's able to just kind of like persevere and continue moving forward. He's a very interesting character for me, a very lovable character for me, and just it's very touching, kind of just his interactions with everyone and kind of like what he believes for and what kind of represents in the story. And that's my number 3, Rodrigo Belmonte. Lions of Arasan, read GGK, period. Your number 2.
My number 2 is Ketrikin from Realm of the Elderlings.
She's better than Patience?
Yeah.
Damn it.
She does a lot more than Patience.
Well, maybe in the later books, but
maybe like I think maybe like objectively, maybe like like a lot of characters in the 2 through 5 slot could move around any given day. Yeah. Depending on how I'm feeling.
They can move into the garbage.
Ketrikin, when she's introduced in the books, is basically introduced as a leader of a different kingdom.
Yes.
A noble person who is embodies a very different kind of nobility and leadership than the Farseer family does.
Yes.
And it creates this interesting contrast, and she affects the Farseer family in a way that is very impactful. I'm trying so hard not to spoil anything.
I mean, you can talk about maybe I bleep out stuff, but
she is a great character throughout like the entire series. you continue kind of to see her in bits and pieces, and the way that she kind of rose into her role, and also just kind of what she represents. I feel like throughout the series, she kind of represents this life that like Fitz could have had if things were a little differently. If things went a little differently.
I feel like she's also like just her character, at least in the first series, her character is very like dutiful. She's very focused on like servitude, not servitude, but like being of service to
the whole point,
her people, her family,
her people, the Mountain Kingdom, call their leader Sacrifice. They don't call them king or queen or whatever. They call them Sacrifice because basically their philosophy is that what a leader is supposed to do is basically sacrifice everything for the people.
And it shows in her character and her devotion to that.
It shows in her character. It shows in the way that she kind of helps shape the characters that she interacts with. And yeah, I think she's so incredible. And she's badass. She rides out and kills people.
Oh, yeah. She did that. Yeah. She does that. She got herself into trouble, but yeah, she does it. She does this stuff. Awesome. So that's your number 2.
Yep.
Oh, my God. I don't want to hear about your number 1. All right. My number 2.
This was your idea.
Is Sandang Glokta from the First Law World. First Law Trilogy, and then Sandang Glokta from the First Law Trilogy. Just because I don't want to...
Yeah.
Sandang Glokta, like Glokta, most people, like, he's just, like, called Glokta throughout most of the story. But Glokta is this... Man, a lot of, like, Abercrombie characters are really great and fleshed out. And Glokta is one of them that really just kind of... He is a torturer that was formerly a renowned knight or renowned like soldier in the I was gonna say not in that world, in the First Law world. Before the story begins, he is captured by an enemy, tortured for years, left pretty much decrepit, left like permanently scarred and everything, crippled. He is, and then from that, he becomes a torturer for the king and the kingdom, and the complexities of that, and like you're in his head throughout the entire time, and he's very like sarcastic, he's very sardonic, he's very he's very lacking empathy. Like he understands what he's doing is terrible, but the fact that he's like, oh, better them than me kind of deal, and he like the humor that he brings in is it's so dark and like morbid, and I enjoy it. And like, throughout the entire series, he's just constantly like, whenever you're in his POV, he's always like talking about the pain that he's enduring, or like damning stairs for their existence. And there's people that he cares about, and he's just hoping that they're not in his line of fire, that he's gonna like if they don't cross his path. And I like him a lot. He's a very like complex character, and none of the characters in First Law, especially the first trilogy, are good. But he's a
good. You mean good morally?
Yeah. Good morally. I'm sorry, but they're great characters themselves. Yeah, and I completely love it. Out of the first trilogy, or any of the POVs that you have in any of the First Law world, he is my favorite for sure.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, he's great, and I know some of our other friends really like him too, so I enjoy him a lot. That's my number 2.
A little funny story. I think The Blade Itself was a Tudor Ramble book club book at one point. And I think so, or maybe it was a community book club. But I remember reading it with a bunch of people, and at the time, Abercrombie's humor kind of like went over my head a lot. And I didn't really get it, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's like," in the book club they were all like, "Oh, it's so funny," and I was kind of like, I don't understand like what is funny, I'm just not getting it. Like, what are you guys talking about? And people were like, "Oh, the way Galacta like hates stairs, isn't that so funny?" And I was like, I thought it was sad. Because he's crippled and it causes him pain to walk upstairs, and I was just like, I thought it was really sad.
It is sad.
It is sad, but yeah, but
that's the humor behind it.
Yeah, like later, I started catching on to it later.
So that's like that very sadistic type of humor. Oh my god, yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, that a lot of the humor in there is just very dark. It's very morbid, and it's very he does humor like the way I like it, for sure. That was my number 2. Your number 1.
My number one, I think surprising nobody,
Yeah.
is Fitz Chivalry Farseer
Yeah.
from The Realm of the Elderlings.
Save me.
Fitz Chivalry Farseer is, without a doubt, the greatest science fiction fantasy character.
No.
Possibly the greatest fiction character.
No.
In everything about him is so incredibly real
Frustrating.
and deep. Yeah. And he can be frustrating. He is a character who is stubborn to change, kind of doesn't want to accept help, gets like stuck in his own head a lot of the time, and can't see the perspectives of other people. And that is everybody on planet Earth. One of my favorite things that I caught on to early about him is he will often kind of say to himself, like, oh, I made this mistake, I need to change to fix that mistake. And then he doesn't do anything to change and fix that mistake.
Yeah.
And I think then that is absolutely intentional. That happens to people every single day across the world. And it just goes to show how much thought was put into making this character feel real and letting you connect to him. And the shit that happens to him is devastating. And it is devastating all the more so because you are so connected to him through this very realistic way that he is described.
I'm so happy he's
And
the number
creative.
one character.
I've never even heard of yours, so...
Yeah, because mine is great. Yeah.
So yeah, again, I mean, with a lot of these Realm of the Elderlings here, it's a long series. It's hard to talk about them at length without getting into spoilers and stuff. But Fitz...
I think you did a good job with describing him.
Fitz is an incredible character. You get to be with him for basically his entire life. And it is just incredible.
Yeah. My number one... And I'm surprised that like your number 1 through 5 are all those characters. You should have like spread them out because some of them are not like.
Robin Hood creates better characters than every other fantasy author writing today.
That's not true at all.
Yeah.
My number 1 is Corporal Nobby Nobbs, and I feel like I think his name is like William St. John. Corporal William St. John Nobby, quotations, Nobbs. And he is part of the City Watch in Discworld.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people, if you only read the first like guards, you're like, why Nobby Nobbs? Like why? Like you have Sam Vimes, you have Carrot, you have all these characters that are just like so much. But no, Nobby Nobbs. I think out of all the characters, there's a hilarious level of complexity and depth that's within Nobby Nobbs that really touches me. That he's described as like this like grimy sort of like person that like no one really wants to like get too close to because he's just like it feels like dirty kind of like being around him. Not that he's physically dirty, but he just feels like slimy.
Like how I feel when I'm sitting next to you for these videos.
I'm looking so good right now. But yeah, he's just. But then like as the story goes on, like you learn that he's into like ballroom dancing or like he goes to like these bingo nights or something with like this group of women and like he's an endearing, charming character like outside of like this kind of like not facade, but like this kind of like face that he has. Well, not face, but like it's kind of like just how he is within the City Watch itself, and he's constantly paired up with Sergeant Cullen. Yeah, I think Sergeant, but and like later on, like his character continues to evolve, and I know it's kind of like played off for laughs and everything, but it adds just a level of complexity and like depth to him that like you. While it is farcical and it is satirical in Discworld because that's just how Discworld is, it just makes him just more interesting as a character and adds more life to him as opposed to everyone else. Everyone else is a great character and I love all these characters too. But Nobby Nobbs, every time he's on the page, I can't help but smile and I can't help to see what else we get from him, what else we learn from him. And I enjoy him. He's my number 1 character. And it's kind of a jokey, it's kind of a joke having him as my number 1, but I think that's his point. Okay. Like I think that's kind of like I'm endeared by him, and I'm endeared by like kind of his role in this world, and yeah, he's on my list as like his role in my list as well. So
I love it.
Awesome. That's our top 10 science fiction and fantasy characters. Tell us some of your characters. Let us know if some of our characters are on your list. Let us know how much of Jacob's list that you like and my list.
Probably, people will probably like maybe one of them.
Yeah,
From mine.
I like your characters. Like some of your characters, they're not on my list, but yeah, definitely like there's definitely good characters there, and I understand your reasoning behind them. You like the really realistic characters.
Yeah.
I prefer like the idealism behind my characters too. So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is one of the earliest videos here in January 2026. Let us know how your year is starting off. Let us know about everything else going on in your life. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Anything you want to say?
Nope.
Awesome. Thank you again for joining us. And have a good one. Later. Peace.
See you, everybody.